We have to make it clear. We have to make it clear. All right, let's get to the real stuff now.
Yeah.
What did Shannon Sharp say? I want my restitution.
Well, you ain't getting it just like he ain't get it.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it. So for everyone to understand, so here's the question. Well, it's not even the question. Here's the topic. The topic is this. Mike Tomlin has been in the news for how his team is looking. I'm bringing this up to James today.
The team or just the player?
The team. He's been losing. And now the players are coming up. Okay. So I'm coming to James. The first topic of the day is this. I have presented an argument to James, I want to say 2 years ago, when Chase Claypool was still playing for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And what did James say? James, what did you say?
All right, so you asked me a question about 2 years ago that we did not discuss previously.
Yes, we did.
I'm talking about today. You gonna ask me about the conversation from 2 years ago?
No, you bring it up because what you said it resonated, and I want my apology.
No,
no, but don't first say what you say. What did you say, James?
I don't remember because it was 2 years ago. You got to tell
me.
What
did I say that when it comes to the situation of the receivers and everything, I'm taking a bigger look at Mike Tomlin. I'm not looking at these players. I'm looking at how Mike Tomlin's handled the situation. And what did you say?
I don't remember. Tell me.
Now he got amnesia. Well, anyways, here's what I wanted to do. Now he got amnesia. Anyway, so this is what I want to say about the situation, right?
Good.
What I want to say about this situation is this. First off, a lot of things get hidden when you're winning. Everything comes to light when you're losing. What I brought to James' attention years ago is how I started to see how the players were conducting themselves when it comes to winning and losing, especially under the Pittsburgh Steelers. So let's give a run through of the receivers, right? Antonio Brown, Juju Smith, Chase Claypool, Deontay Johnson, and now George Pickens. So who's the common denominator? Mike Tomlin.
Receivers.
No, Mike Tomlin is the common denominator. Mike Tomlin is the coach.
Was AB bad when he was in Pittsburgh, or did it?
Yes.
Right after.
Yes, he was bad at AB. He was bad there. You forgot the Facebook stuff?
The Facebook Live?
Yes. Did you forget that?
Did you? All right. So I heard Chad and Shannon talk about this earlier, saying how there's cameras in the locker room every day now.
Okay. So.
I mean, come on, bro. Like, that's not something. This is not. All right, first, number one, you said they're losing. They're not losing. He has never lost. He's never had a losing season, and he doesn't have a losing record right now. So, like, let's stop associating losing with Mike Tomlin. Fair?
No, it's fair. He's losing. He's not winning. He's not winning in comparison to what he used to.
No. If he's losing, that means he needs to have a losing record. No, that's what losing.
Oh my God. Okay. Keep going.
He's never had a losing record.
Okay.
They don't have a losing record right now. They're still a shot. They are in fourth place, so you can get on there. Cool. I'm not going to condemn a coach that never had a losing record for how the receiving room is acting. Like, if you want to get at them on the discipline of the receivers, fine. But I don't understand let's look at Mike Tomlin as a coach and kind of like shit on him a little bit. That doesn't make sense to me. If Mike Tomlin was a free agent, you would want him to coach your team. No? He'd be a better coach.
Honestly, I don't know anymore. I don't know.
That's insane. Okay.
Hey, so hold on. Are you really okay? Let me ask you a real question before we dive deep in everything. Have you been paying attention to the history of the Pittsburgh Steelers before we go any deep?
Because if you or the team as a whole,
huh?
The receiving room or the team as a whole?
The team as a whole. Have you been following the history of them?
Yeah, I mean, I ain't got no choice. They're one of the big. And I said I don't have a choice. They're one of the big organizations in the NFL.
Okay, so my next question is this then. Can we agree or disagree that he's been spoiled by the type of players that he's had on his team?
He's been spoiled?
Yes. Because you said you followed the history. So if you follow the history, then, huh?
I don't know. I don't know if I could say he's been spoiled.
Okay. This is what I've been bringing this up when it comes to coaching. And I said this before when it came to wide receivers too also. I'm not going to totally put it on Mike Tomlin because it's also up to the players on how to handle another player. Yeah. But with that being said, he has been spoiled also because he's had a lot of guys to take care of certain things. As time has went by, a lot of those players have left. So they don't really have people in there to really jump in and make order of how these players are acting. That's why I brought up AB, right? Who was Ryan Clark mentioned this in his podcast, right? He said you give him this money and you don't really say nothing to him, you feel me? He's gonna go that way, right? So he's talking to who? He's talking to the manager, he's talking to the coaches, right? They never put a lid on it, right? So he ended up going where? He ended up leaving. Next dude, who was it? Juju and all his TikToks and stuff, and on the being on the field and everything, and his antics and stuff. He was the next guy. Then it was Chase Claypool.
All right, that's enough. Sorry, Ron. You ain't getting that one. Not yet. Not off of that. What's next?
Next pod, it's gonna call 10 and out because I need 10 minutes. It's like, no, go on.
All right, what's next one?
Next one is this is the next one. This is a good one. Do you feel that LeBron James is a better leader than Kobe Bryant?
Like when you wrote that before, I started to think about it a little bit, and I would say yeah.
How?
Well, first, I want you to define what you mean by leader, because then I can explain what my thought is on an actual leader and what that means to me. There's a difference. We got to start off by defining what it means to us. So what does it mean to you?
Make a player better. I'll say the first one that's coming to mind. You make your teammates better.
All right. In that case, I definitely say LeBron then.
Okay.
All right.
Continue.
When you look at the teams that LeBron has had, like starting early on, he's done a lot more with a lot less. And it was not something where, like, Kobe's the scorer, like plays great defense, of course, but LeBron's also the passer. Like he makes the whole team go. You get what I'm saying? And outside of that, outside of stuff on the court, off the court, he brings everybody together. Like this just came up in the news this week. I don't know if you saw it about Smush Parker and the stuff that he said in regards to his relationship with Kobe and how he was a starter on some of the good teams that Kobe was on, and Kobe never spoke to him, and he shitted on him basically. That's not something that a leader does, in my opinion. You don't shit on your teammates. I think LeBron's a better leader than Michael Jordan. Look at how people talk about Mike.
Okay. Is it my go?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I have a question. I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
How can you consider someone better when his roster is steadily changing in order to win championships? Or just go
about the roster. I'm talking about his relationship with his teammates.
That matters, though, in the sense of building relationships, because how can I say you're really building anything when you're always rearranging your roster?
So who is this in regards to, Kobe or LeBron?
LeBron. LeBron in his career had displayed 3 to 4 times already where his roster gets rearranged in order for him to go where he needs to go.
Mm-hmm.
So
I equate a leader based on how you treat people.
Yeah, absolutely. But at the same time, here's the thing. I'm not going to shoot one in the foot. I'm gonna keep them both the same. The reason why is because you have coaches that yell. Is it right to yell? We've heard some coaches say some stuff.
Yeah, but it
We've
depends.
heard players say some stuff. People react to leadership differently. It can't always be the way that you were saying. Now,
what I'm saying is,
also you got to keep in mind about this too, right? There's other things that, rest in peace, Kobe Bryant, where he's probably carrying himself a certain way because of how Smush Parker is carrying himself away on and off the court. So I feel validated in the sense of to carry myself a certain way with you, because Kobe, in a lot of his interviews, has displayed great leadership with others. It's just others fall to the wayside if you're just coming doing your own thing. If you're late, if you're doing all these things that is not basketball getting better, why should I? Come on now.
All right, 30 seconds left. Let me say this. We don't know that. Do we know that Smush Parker was late every day? No. Do you know?
But there's a rhyme and a reason, James. I'm not going to provide.
No. Let's go with based on the facts of what we know. We don't really know shit. We just know based on how people respond to you, right? Not everybody like Kobe. Like, it is what it is, bro. Like, some of his teammates didn't like him just based on how he treated them.
But we should like a person that keeps switching his teams, though. But he's building something. I don't understand what you're doing.
Now LeBron is the de facto GM of everything here. He's not the GM of the team. All right. Whatever, bro. Like, some of this shit, it don't really move the needle. Like, LeBron is he's organizing team dinners and shit. I look at that as being a leader of the team.
That don't mean shit. That don't mean shit to me, James. When your stuff steadily changes, that's louder than what you buying somebody Chick-fil-A. That's way louder.
Okay, all right. Next one. Now we're going into my topic. Since we were talking about basketball, let's keep it there. It's all in the news. Everybody should know this right now. If I say this, send the video. You already know what we're talking about. We're talking about Anthony Edwards.
Oh boy.
And yeah, so I've never been in that type of situation where I got a text saying like, hey, I'm late and all this other type of shit. So when you saw how he handled it, what did you think?
He handled it the best way. My apologies, somebody's trying to call me. He handled it the best way he thought was best fit. I mean, well, how old is Anthony Edwards?
20-something. Ron, your phone's switched. All right. But
yeah.
The question I have for you is, how do you think he handled it? Like, was it good, bad?
He handled it accordingly based on how old he is. I'm not expecting him to handle it like an adult. That's my best answer. I can't expect someone of his age to handle a situation like he's 40.
You got to be 40-year-old to handle somebody like that.
No, but at the same time, you got to think of the mind. You got to think of the mind process of what a 20-year-old is versus
20.
somebody in the 30s or 40s. Huh?
He's 22.
Yeah, he a young buck. You don't really know.
All right, so I got a question for you. Remember how you we both been 22 before, right?
Right.
But we both have not had hundreds of millions of dollars, right?
Right.
Now let's say, like, you remember how you were at 22. Do you think you would have handled it the same way?
In today's world, like today, I'm 22 today, correct?
Yeah, it's fine. $22 million, but you're the same person you were at 22. Like, how?
My answer is no. I wouldn't have handled the situation the way he handled.
Why?
Because of my peers. My peers, people like you and everything, hold me to a different standard. I don't know how his peers. I don't know how his teammates are really conducting things. I'm not gonna lie. I'm built a little bit different. I have people who really check my shit at the door. I feel like I'm really older than a lot of other people and stuff when it comes to certain things. That's why I like, a lot of the stuff when it comes to stuff like this. This is a household thing. This is a team. This is a teammate thing. This is your boys type of thing. Like it's a lot of factors into it. So you asking me, no, this wouldn't happen because people like you won't let it go.
All right. Do you think I would have handled it like that?
Hell no, because you don't.
I know.
You no. Don't even let me get to you.
The reason why I said that, right, is because I don't want it to be a situation where he gets another pass, right? He had a situation like, was it this off season or before that, where he recorded some stuff like outside the car saying some stuff that he shouldn't be saying, especially on camera, and he got caught up in it. But that kind of went, on the wayside. I'm not repeating it. It is what it is. But you go from that to this now. It's like, all right, how many reality checks do you need, especially with the big check coming? Like, to come on, just get your shit in order, or make sure you got the people around you, kind of like how you said, that don't allow you to get caught up in shit like this. Because he got hit for $100,000, right? Based on this situation. It could have been a million times worse. You get what I'm saying?
No, I get what you're saying, but you know what though? I'm gonna make this short and sweet. We're in a different time, bro, when it comes to sports. There's a different mentality on how people put the work in, how they process things. Like, crazy enough, I think a lot of these guys think they're invincible in today's world. Like, they're just invincible. And I think like, even the other day was just coming to my mind when we bring this up about teammates and stuff. Your teammates, Rudy, is it Rudy Gobert? Your teammates, Rudy Gobert and Carl Anthony Towns. I don't take none of them seriously.
They got more than just them on the team, though.
Everybody else, I mean, because that's another problem too. Like, a lot of these kids make too much money for them to get any instructions because they make too much money. They got rewarded too early. And I remember you and I had this conversation. We could say this conversation for another pod, because that was a great conversation about what the cap has done and people's money and stuff. That was a great one. Let's put a note on that, because I feel like that is a problem. I feel like a lot of these players get paid too much. You can't tell them shit.
All right. We'll move on to the next one, but we will come back to that, because
100K. That's crazy.
All right. So now, I don't know if you had time to look at this, but we're going to talk about the Topps Now and Bowman Chrome scandal, right? I haven't heard much about this yet, and more will come out about it, but a lot of people aren't really discussing it, right? Because I collect cards, right? Have you heard anything about this yet before I go into it?
No.
Okay. So essentially what happened is a worker in the factory stole all the superfractors, which is like the one of ones, right? I think one situation, it was like the air copies, but whoever it was took it early and started to list them on eBay, right? For example, I'll give you an example. I think the Mac Jones superfractor went for 100,000, right? Like when he was a rookie. That's before we knew he was bad. You get what I'm saying? That's how much these cars go for, especially quarterbacks, right? Now, imagine you're an employee at Topps or whatever, and you're just, one of one. I'm going to take this, like a sheet of like 16. You got 1.6 million if they all go for whatever. You get what I'm saying? Like, just a sheet of paper. And the prices fluctuate like crazy. But the issue is, everybody's buying these boxes for the chance of getting one of those cards. Now you got employees stealing them. And then it's like, okay, well, what's the point of me spending $300, $1,000, $5,000, $20,000? There's some boxes that are $20,000, right? Just for a box.
That's crazy.
And it's like, all right, somebody's out there stealing all this shit. Nobody's really talking about it. The fuck is going on? And then there was another one where I think this just happened with like Bowman Chrome, where there's this username DFW, like Dallas Fort Worth, right? Kind of where they package all the shit up at. All them shits, and listed all them shits on eBay. The FBI's involved. It's getting real. But a lot of these companies are getting away with murder with all the shit they're doing. And it's kind of making me want to shy away from cars a little bit, because it's so easy to get scammed.
Can I ask you a question? Can I get into your personal business real quick?
Yeah.
How many cars do you think you have bought this past 2023?
At least 1,000.
1,000. Have you sold any?
Some, yeah. I mean, if I get a box, right, and then the best card is like some team I don't support, like I don't give a shit about. Like I collect Barcelona cards exclusive, like certain like 4 players. Those are my guys, right? Pedri, Ansu, Gavi, and Araujo and Balde. So just them.
Okay, I'm having a hard time.
You don't know who they are. It's cool. You don't know who they are. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm like, what? What?
Yeah, it's Barcelona players. But
yeah,
outside of that, if I get like an Erling Haaland, like I'm gonna sell it because I don't care about Erling. Like you don't know who that is either. But some of these cards go for a lot of money. And when you're playing with people's money, that's when shit get real. And at the end of the day, it's just cardboard.
Of course.
Like some days, like I take out like some of my favorite Petri cards and I put them on my desk while I'm working. I'm like, oh, it's nice to look at. It's like art. Look at it like art, right? But yeah.
No, you ain't lying, because I got a bet going on right now with the Bills and the Chargers. If Josh Allen loses to the Chargers, Josh Allen has to see me. Somehow, some way, he got to see me, because I can't afford to lose this bet off of you losing.
Yeah, I mean, we're getting scammed in so many different ways. Like, we're not even really going to speak about what happened with the Falcons today with Bijan Robinson. Like I think it was week 7. He reported he wasn't feeling well. I think he had headaches or some shit. Arthur Smith didn't say anything. He went out there and had 1 fucking carry the whole like first half, and everybody was betting on him like to have a touchdown or some shit, or at least 25 yards. And then they just threw him in at the end of the game to give him like 3 carries or some shit to make it like cool. And they just got fined for it. But I think they fined the Falcons like $100,000 and Arthur Smith $25,000. But the books made way more than that on that.
Right.
So it's just all bullshit. We're getting scammed.
Okay.
Legit getting scammed. So, I mean, if you lose it, if Josh Allen loses, get scammed.
You gotta see me. You gotta see me.
You gotta see a lot of people. All right. Next one, and my final topic is the Super League.
Yeah, explain.
Neither.
Yeah, explain.
All right. So essentially right now, right, the like in soccer, you got like leagues, right? So you got like the Spanish league, the Premier League over in England, you know, all that type of shit. But then they have the Champions League, right? Where it's like teams over on that side are in this competition, like with their clubs, and like get a bunch of glory and shit. Well, Real Madrid and Barcelona wanted to create like another league. It was like I think like 65 teams, but essentially you're guaranteed to have a certain number of games and you're gonna make money doing this, right? UEFA didn't want this to happen because they have essentially like a monopoly right now on this type of shit over on that side of the world, like with the biggest teams or the most visible teams. But so I still have to look into it a little bit more because I remember they tried this shit in 2021, but people didn't like the format, right? Where it's like teams could never, like once you're like a certain founder team or whatever, you can never get relegated or some shit like that. You understand like relegation, right? Yes?
Yeah, I was saying, yeah.
Okay. Because we don't really do relegation here, right? In any sport. You don't know what relegation is.
I'm listening because I'm still stuck on the old names you said on the last topic. Anyways, keep going.
Do you know what relegation is though?
No. I say yes or I say no. Yes.
So essentially is right. Look, we can move it to football terms. Let's say all right. So let's say that the best conference in college football is like the SEC, right?
Yeah.
It's not going to work just because people from college move on up like every time. I'm just saying, using this as an example. Or we could say, what's the other league under Canadian Football League, right? Or the XFL. Perfect. So let's say the XFL is like the second tier division of football. You got what's one of the worst teams in the NFL this year? The Panthers. Let's say the bottom 4 teams in the NFL. So the Panthers, are the Bears there? The Giants.
I see what you're saying. So the bottom four will get pushed to the XFL.
Yep. And then the top 4 in the XFL would go into a playoff, and then they would go up into the NFL. And this happens every year.
Okay.
It's called promotion relegation. So if you're bad, you get relegated. If you're good, you get promoted.
I kind of like that.
Me too.
Yeah.
Now, that's kind of tough. But the issue, I think they were saying that before with the format, teams couldn't get relegated. But in every other aspect over there, they do get relegated.
I like that.
So now I think they may have switched it up a little bit. And I think there's ways for teams to get promoted in like different tiers and stuff like that, but everybody makes money. And UEFA doesn't like it because they're essentially eliminating the Champions League, taking the money, because UEFA is like pocketing most, if not all, of that shit. Right? Now the big team is like, wait, why are we giving all y'all this money when nobody really cares about, like, they care about the clubs? It's kind of like if all the teams in the NFL is like, hey, why don't we just create this other league over here and keep all the money that's going to like Roger Goodell and shit?
Right.
League office. You see what I'm saying? So now it's just like a fight for that. And then you got certain teams that are like, oh, no, we will never join and all this other type of shit. But they will. They will. It's a matter of time.
You made me think we should do that too with a lot of coaches and stuff. Where you lose and you perform a certain way, we demote your ass to college football. Oh, you lose there too? We demote your ass to high school football.
I really think relegation and promotion should happen.
I like it. I like it.
All right. Well, great episode, guys. We'll come back next week with another few topics. Yeah, I know you're gonna bug me all week about this Mike Tomlin shit.
No, I'm not. I'm not because you got amnesia now, so I can't bug somebody who has amnesia. So I'm gonna leave it alone.
Oh, I should have had that shit more often.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it alone. Oh, this is your way of like, oh, I can't be wrong because I forgot. Anyways, I'm out of here.
You never told me what you said though. That's the difference. You never told me what I said. You never told me what I said.
You just, but honestly, you just admitted what you said it though. You say we can't put this on mic.
You can, but not that far. Like, all right, I agree that is his fault. We agree there, right? We agree that's his fault, right? I'm not going to say he's a bad coach or make it seem like he's a bad coach because of it.
No,
that's my only stance. If you want to say like he allowed that shit to happen consistently within that wide receiver room, cool.
Yeah.
I agree. There's no argument there. But when it comes to people using that as a springboard to say like, oh, it's time to fire Mike Tomlin. And it's like,
oh no. I'm saying
that's what I'm hearing though.
Oh no, that's wrong. That's wrong. What I'm saying is this: none of this stuff is saying that Mike Tomlin's a bad coach.
Okay.
What I've said before though is this, because I said the same thing about the teammates. I'm saying after a while he does become the common denominator because you're the one that's still the head person in charge. That's what I'm saying. But at the same time, what you presented to me and someone else presented to me, it's like we're at the time when I said it, it was a 5% thing that's the possibility, right? Now the 5% personally went from 5 to 30 or probably even 40 because the losing and how these players are conducting themselves is even louder now versus what it was before because they were winning.
No, see, we got to define what you mean by winning and losing, because
no, okay, I'll put it like this. To make it even easier, right? I'm gonna stop where with Chase Claypool.
Oh, this is extra time, by the way. I forgot what we called it, but
it's a quick out. It's a quick out, everybody. We're in a 2-minute drill. Quick out. I'm gonna stop at Chase Claypool, right? When COVID first hit, right, the Pittsburgh Steelers were winning. I remember because Baltimore was on the downscale, and like Pittsburgh had Joe Hayden and all that stuff. They were falling, right? Mm-hmm. Now remember when Chase Claypool used to do the whole thing of the first down, right, with the football, right? Mm-hmm. The following year, he did the same thing, and they wasn't winning in the same type of fashion they were winning before. Like, you could be a winner, but you're not winning in the same fashion, is what I'm saying. And so with that, okay, go on.
I know exactly what play you're talking about. And it was only because they needed the time, and he did that bullshit where he was like that. And then I think it was like either the running back or the center grabbed the ball from him, like, give me the fucking ball so we can spike it or some shit. And then he started to fight people over it. You remember that?
Yes, but I'm saying as go on yourself as a player, James. Mm-hmm. We're not fans. Be yourself as a player, because you know how the locker room used to be and stuff, right? You've seen this in practice. You've seen this in off season. The coaches have seen this also. Going back to what Ryan Clark said, if you don't get to this now, it's going to be worse later. And that's what I'm saying when it comes to Mike Tomlin. As it started to go by, it's getting worse and worse and worse. And it's looking bad because he's not winning in the same fashion where he used to win before. Like, you can have a winning record, but that doesn't mean that you're winning in the same fashion that you was the year before or the year before that. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So, like, again, this is not bashing Mike Tomlin. This is more so of a highlight and education for others, for people who are watching this pod. If you got a kid on your team and he think he could just show up on a Friday and he missed practice Monday through Thursday.
Mr. Editor Ryan, thank you.
Yeah, he's great. He's great. Look at him. Anyways, my overall point is this: when you know something's going to build to some type of chaos, you need to put a lid on it.
Mm-hmm. And guess what he did? He traded him for the 32nd overall pick, I think, which is like, yeah. I think that might have been the year that the Dolphins lost the first round pick.
Honestly, to me, trades don't even matter no more because guys are getting paid. So what is trading doing? What is trading doing if you're really still not going to put a certain stamp on certain things on how you handle the locker room?
I don't think he got paid yet before that, did
he? Claypool?
Yeah, or did he get paid?
No, but forget all that, James.
Okay.
AB, Juju, Claypool, Deontay Johnson, George Pickens. The common denominator is Mike Tomlin.
Why are you putting Juju in that list, though?
He forgot. See, why
he did TikTok dances?
Huh?
He did TikTok dances.
Yes, but then did not TikTok dances become a problem?
How? All right. How did it become a problem? Like when he did it on the logo. Cool. Yeah. T.O. did the same shit. And it was a fight.
No, that's not the same. It's not the same. It's not the same.
Oh, you knocked out perfect. That was another thing.
Listen, James. If you simply don't remember, then that's all we need to do. We just need to stop there. And then go, you mean you got your route? We did the quick out. All right, everybody, hit the like and subscribe button. Get ready for me and James' antics next week.
He got lit up there.